Please enter your name. Yeah, Evren seems fine. I have nothing better to do than be named Evren. Let's take off the event list. Prologue Origin Phase 1. I've never traveled so far on my own before. Away from my family, my society. Did I really make the right decision in leaving everything behind? I sigh and focus on the map literally before my eyes, showing through my glasses' virtual screen. Turn right here onto the path of Olympia. Okay then. The moment I do as I'm told, I'm greeted with a radiant view of the sky. A row of flowered trees line the so-called path of Olympia. This is beautiful. A small gasp escapes my lips as I take everything in. I come to a halt, all thought of why I'm here or what I'm supposed to be doing slipping away. The view of the strange pink trees before me steals my breath away. I mean sakura trees. Everin equals never. I mean, I'm okay with being never. They're so... What are they? A single thought, a memory of a picture in a book comes to mind. The faded pink of the cherry blossom trees in the old picture is nothing like real life. They're even more beautiful than I could have imagined. After admiring the flowers for a moment more, I begin once more down the path of Olympia, this time in wonder. My tumultuous heart already feels calmer at the sight. Can confirm trees are pretty. Olympia City. Whatever I had expected of this country's capital, it was not this raw view of nature in all of its glory. The city was touted as a haven, the pinnacle of what humanity could achieve when it worked together. Since so much of Earth is unlivable, Olympia's cutting-edge technology, beautiful architecture, and greenery as far as the eye could see had always sounded like heaven to me. Don't forget to drink water, guys. The mere fact that this untouched piece of nature exists on the outskirts of the city, it goes a long way toward proving what I had heard and hoped. That coming to Olympia would give me a chance at a new, exciting, and much more beautiful life. But it won't be easy. I don't even know what team I'll be assigned to yet. I hope I did well in Phantasm's tests. Phantasm. Phantasm, also called Phase for short, is the organization who is said to truly rule Olympia City, though I can only guess at how true that is. They're the ones who recruited me, told me to come here and begin a new life as Seven. The codename reminds me of those men I met only a few weeks ago. 9, 4, and 0. It's because of them that I was even able to come here. They didn't say it outright, but it had to be because of my meeting with them. 9! As I walk down the flower-strewn path, my mind drifts back to how my chance at a new life came about in the first place. Ooh, that's... Oh, okay, that's barren. My clan stopped outside a city again. It's not close enough to see it properly, not from our position, but I feel a strange buzz of excitement nonetheless. No. For as long as I've been alive, it has always been that my people have lived as nomads. We wander from place to place, moving along whenever the weather gets particularly bad. We drifters were established back when some places became too hot to live in due to the effects of climate change. That's too real. We're a young people, and we're still learning and developing our own culture, which changes with each new person who joins us. As long as we have been a people, we have accepted anyone from any country and any nationality. Hey, that's pretty kickin'. Living our lives wandering the wastelands has taught us to try and be kind and open to anyone, but I hear some yelling and jeering behind me. With my curiosity piqued, I turn around without thought. A small group of men stands just at the line of the city limits. They're dressed in clean-cut clothes, with hair perfectly styled and everything about them screaming city dweller. However, threaded through the crowd are some scary-looking thuggish people too. Probably having nothing better to do and just looking for a fight. They're yelling something I can't quite hear, and when I move a little closer, I immediately regret doing so. Ooh, so edgy! Woman, dirty drifters aren't welcome. I feel a lump form in my throat. Hi, woman. Now we have man. Yeah, get away before you make our city walls dirty. That's shitty. So edgy. Ha! Good one. They can probably make the walls dirty just by looking at them. Filthy things probably haven't bathed in their whole lives. I doubt they even know what the word means. I bet they just roll around on the ground and call that bathing. Like a chinchilla. Chinchillas are adorable. They all laugh and keep yelling in the direction of our camp. I feel sick. The adults back at the camp can handle it better, but the kids, they have to sit there and listen to this nonsense. They'll get used to it, but I wish they didn't have to. At least not yet. The world is harsh enough without some idiots yelling at us. What should I do? Ooh, what do I do, guys? Do I yell back? Do I ignore them and keep walking? Do I fight them? Or do I turn back and go home? Fight? No. I personally probably wouldn't fight them. Ignore. They totally won't get mad. They might get mad. I mean, I'm inclined to yell back, personally. Well, I mean, if this person is supposed to be like an older person in the group, and they kind of have like a rolling off the back of the duck thing, probably just ignore them and keep walking. If I pay any attention to them, they'll just grow bolder. So it's best to just ignore them. And I guess it is pretty fun to see people like that flounder being ignored. I fix a smile on my face and walk right past them. I can hear them trying to heckle me and call me a dirty drifter again, but they sound angrier at being annoyed than anything. I can't stop myself from grinning. Feeling how unimportant you are yet? I hold back a laugh and look around for where to go next. Before I can do much more, though, a hooded man roughly grabs me by the shirt, pulling me to him. Ugh. I glare up at the man, but when he looks behind me, I suddenly realize that the jeers and yelling have stopped. Huh? What's going on? Passive-aggressive always wins. That's the way the world works. We love us some passive aggression. Sorry, I need to get the top off of my smoothie thing. Oh, it's so tasty. I love mango. Huh? What's going on? I twist myself in the man's grasp to look around and see that everyone is looking at something behind them. Ooh, he's so pretty! He's so pretty. Man, I'd cosplay that in a heartbeat. I see a young man standing there, quietly staring at everyone. He doesn't say anything, but his intense presence seems somehow larger than the entire crowds combined. Look at that neck, it's so thick. What the hell? Oh, that's too much. A moment later, a man in all black comes to stand next to him with a regal and commanding presence of his own. There's something about them that immediately makes them seem more. Sorry, I need to turn the audio down. I feel like it's kind of drowning me out. Mixing okay? It's a bit loud. Is that better? I wasn't expecting it to like pick up so much. Now it's a bit quiet. Okay. Okay, Goldilocks, how's that? Oh my god, a bear? Oh god. It's good, okay. Welcome back, Elise. You've come in just in time to meet all the K-pop idols. Yeah, I got you now. You missed us walking down a path of cherry blossoms and being like, my entire life changed that day. And now we're finding out about that day. And man, they look edgy and pretty. Anyways, there's something about them that immediately makes them seem more. Whatever they are, there's such intensity in the first man eyes that I have to remind myself to breathe. Is that an intense gaze? I don't know. And the second man, I find I almost forget myself in the composure he exudes. The man in white takes one glance at me and then begins running toward us. Running? Before I can understand what's happening, he has me pulled away from the other man and behind him. Whoa! He stands defensively in front of me. This is weird. Do I let the mysterious man handle it? Do I help him? Or do I handle it yourself? Handle it myself. Take your meds if you haven't yet. I already have. I'm listening to the audio soundtrack. You don't know that I'm in space. I am kind of inclined to be like, what the fuck, dude? Thanks, guy, but I can handle it myself. Huh? No, you should let me handle it. Because I'm better at handling these situations myself anyway. Oh, look at that smirk. And it's Zero, not Guy. Hey, well, I had no way of knowing your name. I'm Everin. One guy tries to get the jump on Zero from behind, but Zero easily moves out of the way as he spins and trips him, making him fall flat on his face. Zero's haircut is perfect, thank you. Zero steps on his back, forcing him to stay on the ground. Woof! Take my advice and stay down. It'll hurt much less later. Strangely enough, the guy seems to take the advice to heart and relaxes his body, playing dead. I hear someone running at me from behind. It will hurt much. I lisp a lot. I hear someone running at me from behind. I follow the sound of their footsteps, only moving out of the way at the very last second. The man who tried to knock me down trips over his buddy on the ground and hurts the earth face first with a loud crunch. Oh, ouch. Guess he broke his nose. He screams and rolls over to his back. My wig is fire. Thank you! So this is actually going to be my, Ray Ayanami wig. But, I didn't get a chance to trim it in time. And also I didn't finish the cosplay, so I decided I wanted a different wig today. Oh, thank you. I got it from Epic Cosplay Wigs. He screams and rolls over to his back. He holds his face so all I can see is the blood gushing between his fingers. A man suddenly grabs at my shirt out of nowhere and pulls at me, making me stumble forward. I push myself back, away from the man, and my shirt slips from out of his sweaty hands. Sweaty hands. Seriously, what's with everyone grabbing my shirt? The man regains himself seconds later and moves to attack me. I focus on him, narrowing my eyes. The world around me appears to slow down and nearly freeze. My heart races in my chest as I examine the man about to attack me. Left arm tense, he's ready to punch me from the left. I'm small, especially compared to him, so he's gonna try to punch me from below to lessen the chance of missing me. You just remembered when you were drunk, you yelled at Stukov about singularity? I don't remember that at all. He's gonna try to punch me from below to lessen the chance of missing me. His eyes are focused on my face, so he's intending to uppercut me. The way he's squinting suggests he can't see well. Can't afford to get his eyes fixed? My eyes dart all over the attacker looking for more clues, more weaknesses. He's standing with more weight on his left leg. Right leg injured? Time flows again as the man tries to punch me. I dance out of the way, twirling to stand behind him. I kick him in his right leg, right behind the knee. The man yells out and falls forward. He lies on the ground, clutching his leg in obvious agony, unable to return to attacking me again. I look up to see Zero wordlessly staring at me, the rest of the assailants on the ground around him. The serene man from before walks up to us. Ooh, he gets his own music. The rest of the crowd that had been watching us quickly disperses, some people outright running away. He looks at Zero. Zero, I think you could have avoided fighting if you'd let me talk to them. He then turns to me, smiling. Are you okay? I am going to say no, because that doesn't make any sense. Also not true because he kicked most of their asses. So, yes, thank you for asking. Yes, thank you for asking. Don't be nice to this anime trope. I laugh. A girl could get used to fighting alongside someone. Not many people would come to the defense of any nomad, though, so your help was much appreciated. That's heartbreaking to think. Your people are probably the kindest and most well-adapted culture out of any in the past 50 years. You open yourself to anyone, guide and help others, pride yourself on equality. It's a shame there's so many misunderstandings between your people and those who choose to stay behind the cities. The purple-haired man pauses his impromptu speech, a small smile on his face. Aw, he looks nice. You're back already? I look to the side, my heart almost jumping to my throat when I see the man he's talking to. He's intense. Ah, what the hell? He scared me. I didn't even hear him. I have a jacket just like that. Guys. The man barely glances at me before turning to the purple-haired man. 9. I checked the area, but there wasn't anything to suggest it was ever stashed here. 9? Another number name? 9 puts on a pair of glasses, obscuring his thoughtful look. I'll be right back. With a quick glance at me, 9 leaves the group. I look at the 2 men I've been left with. Aw, they're both so edgy. Zero won't look at me. He seems stiff as he awkwardly shifts from one foot to the other. And the other eye seems to be spacing out, looking somewhere over the horizon. So we have 0 and 9. I look at the man in black. It's probably a good guess that the numbers are code names of some sort. 9! So this guy probably has a number name too. So who do you guys work for? Could it be FaZe? Zero's piercing gaze moves to me at the same time that the newcomer's eyes become laser focused on me. Suddenly feeling very nervous, I try to think of what to say next. Who should I talk to? Haha, I was listening and I thought that that's what they were saying for a second. No. Well, I mean, I know who Zero is, and he's already technically saved my butt once. Oh god, why do I feel like I'm picking my love interest? They're both so edgy. Let's go with Zero. Neither? I can't pick neither, I have to pick one. Neither. Okay, so I'm gonna go with, so, what's with the number names? So, 0. What's with the number names? Alt F4. No. Well, can't really tell you, but whatever you've guessed is probably right. 9 comes back before I can ask any more. You're familiar with the Wastelands, right? Would you be willing to help us find something? Oh, yes, of course. You didn't even need time to think? Actually, it's my people's way to do so. We try to help anyone out in the Wastelands, especially since there's few who know them better than us. And we can't just let people wander around and get lost. You're making it official in your headcanon that these characters are all either female or genderqueer. I can rock with the genderqueer. Hit right. Hot right. The heat could get to them and, well, it would be mad. Mad, bad. Needs more women for Stuka. I mean, main character's a woman. You're not being awkward, that's fine. Anyway, I'm happy to help you find any place you guys need. Thank you. We're really grateful for your help. We're looking for an old abandoned church. An abandoned church? I rack my brain trying to recall the layout of this particular area. There was that decrepit building, but I think that used to be a library, so that can't be it. You thought Zero was a girl? I mean, I can see that. I mean, part of the appeal of K-pop stars is that they're very, andro. So, I can see that being a good thing. You find it fascinating? I think they used to be a library, so that can't be it. I look out at the horizon and it clicks. Oh, it's that place by the dried out lake. I think I know what you're looking for, so just follow me. Ooh. I brought the guys to an abandoned church, as requested. Oh, you're good. Although the trip didn't take as long as it normally takes me on my own, since the guys happen to have a rover ready to go. It was the fanciest rover I've ever been in, so I enjoyed the ride while it lasted. Assuming that's a car. I got to sit in the front while I acted as navigator. As soon as we step foot in the place, Zero begins to wander around, looking at everything in wonder. He's clearly never been in a church before. But just as quickly, 4 moves to him and grabs his shoulder, stopping him. 0 looks back at him without a word. 4 silently stares back for a few moments before speaking. Don't wander around mission sites, especially before 9 has given you any instructions. At the mention of 9, the 3 of us turn to look at him. But he's no longer standing where he just was. 0 shakes off 4's hand and walks a little further away. Standoffish. 4 merely watches him. Where is 9? I look around. Aish? Here, even? I watch in confusion as an annoyed 4 walks around the church, rocks and who knows what else crunching beneath his feet. With 4 distracted, 0 seems happy enough to take this opportunity to explore. He glances back at me as he stops to touch and examine one of the statues. Do you know who the statue is supposed to be? Sorry, I'm not sure. I don't know too much about this place, really. We could narrow it down based on location to the god or gods that were worshipped here. I can run a search. I turn and jump as I notice 9 standing right next to me, his glasses off now as he examines a different statue. How did I not notice him move right next to me? They're all super quiet. I take a deep breath. Do all of them do this? I might seriously have a heart attack before I get home. Oh, there's 3 of them on the screen. Guys, I can't handle this. 4 appears just as suddenly on the other side of 9. Have you all forgotten we're here on a mission? And this girl can leave now. She's done her part. Even if we're working, I think it's always good to take time out and learn about the world around us if we can. We might not get another chance like this. Work time is work time, and this is Zero's first mission outside of Olympia. The spy guys! Not gonna lie, I don't know the Try Guys well enough to know which one Zach is. We should be teaching him good work ethic. 4 and 0 both turn in different directions, looking as if they've seen or heard something. Four moves away from us, while 0 runs up and gets in front of me and 9 defensively. Oh, 0 just wants to defend. Not without experience myself, I narrow my eyes and look around for whatever it is that set them all off. Are you expecting someone? We weren't, no. I peek out from behind 0 to see several hooded men standing there. 4 is no longer anywhere to be seen. 0 stands in a defensive stance, watching the hooded men like a hawk. 9 begins to speak. This is your hideout, right? Sorry to intrude. You know damn well this is our place. The hooded man looks at all 3 of us and narrows his eyes. A dirty drifter and some freaks from Olympia. There's no way you're not looking for our spoils. Suddenly, 9 puts 2 fingers to his ear for a moment, then some sort of acknowledgement lights up in his eyes. He lets his hand fall back down, and instead slides on his sunglasses. We're just looking for one thing in particular, really. Something catches my eye just behind the group of hooded men. Before I can comprehend what's happening, 4 appears as if out of nowhere. Grabbing the leader by the head with both hands, he quickly twists it, dispatching the man with ease. Holy shit, someone just died! Holy crap, okay. That happened. Wasn't expecting death so soon. We're, what, an hour into stream? 1 down! 1 down, 1 to go. Before the body can even reach the floor, 4 turns to another one of the hooded men. More death. He pulls something out of his jacket. I only catch the flash of steel when 4 moves, in the blink of an eye. He cuts the man down so fast that all I catch is the aftermath, another body falling to the floor. The 3rd man looks terrified out of his mind. Not waiting for 4 to get him, he turns and runs out of the church. 4 lets out a small sound as he watches the man flee, but doesn't follow. He turns around to survey the area, and I find myself watching him in quiet awe. I have to admit, these guys are turning out to be really cool. But our troubles are hardly over, as another of the hooded men appears from behind a statue. He makes a beeline toward 9 and me. 9 and I. 0, go. 0 quickly nods and rushes to meet the man head-on. But he trips over some loose floor tiles and stumbles. Oh, is he the Maknae? Oh. That gives the man just enough time to rush right past him and straight at me. 9 pushes me behind him and pulls out a stun baton from his coat. And with hardly any effort on his part, he strikes the guy with the baton the moment he gets in reach. The guy crumples to the ground, thus ending the fight. 0, who had already been on his way to capture the guy, looks stunned. He pokes the groaning man on the floor with his foot and looks away. 4 appears next to 0, making me jump once again at his sudden entrance. You tripped, 0. Tripped. Thunder? At home? Do you have storms? That mistake could have been the end. 9 shakes his head. It's his first time. Go easy on him. Oh, I'm sorry you're screwed. Just, turn up the K-pop boys and try to drown out the storm. It's his first time. Go easy on him. Okay. He's had 13 years of training. He should do a better job protecting his leader than this. 4 looks at 9 instead. Sorry, I got hungry. The weather generator is secure. Ah, good. And I heard that the others just successfully wrapped up their mission too. 0 perks up at this and looks at 9. Is everyone okay? 9 nods. That type of mission is 6's specialty, so there wasn't any need to worry. He'd never let anyone get hurt, not even 5. 0 looks away again, and I feel annoyed with 4. Even if 5 does have a habit of wandering off. This dude's being kinda sassy, so I'm gonna go ahead and say something to him. I can't help myself. I have to say something. Everyone makes mistakes sometimes, no matter how good or experienced they're supposed to be. You don't know anything about us, so stay out of this. We're not playing here. One mistake can be the end of a life. Yeah, we know, you just killed a bunch of them. If that's true, then why don't you all finally explain exactly who you are? And why are you all in such fancy coats? 9 takes off his glasses and smiles. For you, I'll tell you this much. You can keep a secret, right? I nod, because they have whatever reason to completely implicitly believe this person that they just met. I'm sure you already guessed that we're a part of Phantasm. A special team within Phase, to be exact. Our missions are extremely critical to the nation. So you came all the way here from Olympia City? 9 nods. Sorry, I can't tell you more about what we do or our real names. But you've seen us work with your own eyes. I can tell you that you should be on the lookout for a special message soon. A message? From Phase? 9 nods again and 4 snorts. Lucky you. I wonder if you'll make it. 0 merely stares at me with an inscrutable expression, seeming curious himself. We'll be going now, and thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. We can't give you a ride back, though. Sorry. It's alright. I can ask one of my clan to pick me up. So they're leaving then. I wonder if I'll ever see them again. Do I want to say farewell to 9, 0, 4, or let them go without comment? Well, 4 is a bag of dicks, so I'm not going to say hi to him. Or bye to him. I mean, 0 did defend me first. Arguably 9 is just using me for, where the church is at. It's too bad that 4 is a bag of dicks, right? He's super edgy. 0 is bae. Okay, let's go with 0. Thanks for jumping in to help me before. It was cool working together. I hold out my hand for a handshake. Can't do that during the coronavirus. He simply stares down at my outstretched hand, and I start to feel a little silly. He might be a douche, but we'll see. Looking a little embarrassed, he finally reaches out to shake my hand, his larger one enveloping my own. Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for helping us. I nod and smile. Come on. 0 glances at him, then back at me and lets my hand go, perhaps a little slowly. 9 and 4 turn and start making their way to the church entrance, but 0 doesn't immediately move at first. It's as if he wants to say something else. Come on, kid. 4 calls out. With that, 0 reluctantly turns and leaves to catch up with his comrades. Roll to fall in love. Ah, all my dice are downstairs. Ooh. Lost in my memories, it seems that I've already wandered into Olympia City's center. Blinking, I look around at the tall buildings, shimmering in the evening sun's rays. The air seems so much cooler here, so much cleaner. The greenery intermixed with the beautiful solar panel-covered architecture gives off an indescribable feeling. Yeah, give it a roll. Roll for love. It's as if humanity itself was able to harness the beauty and power of nature and coexist side by side. I take a deep breath and smile. Finally, I've reached Olympia City, my dream city. Ever since I'd heard of the wondrous city, I've wanted to visit. I can scarcely believe that I'm really standing here now. Everything looks just as clean, gorgeous, and serene as I'd heard. I can't believe I'll really get to live in the city. I can't wait to see everything there is to do here. People walk around me, likely headed home after a long day, but even they seem in a good mood. I guess you can afford to be when you don't have to worry about starving or passing out from the heat. Some of them head down slow-moving walkways, eager to get where they need to go. Can't wait till you meet 7. I got a 6. Damn, I'm not gonna fall in love with a 6. Who is 7? I don't understand. Some of them head down slow-moving walkways, eager to get where they need to go. Others in cars fly above our heads, much higher in the sky. I begin to space out, just just admiring the trees and watching the stream near me gently flow past. Oh, maybe I will fall in love with ZeNixx. Ooh. I try to absorb the feeling I'm having now, knowing that I'll likely never have it again. In this moment, everything feels perfect, the future boundless, the possibilities endless. Okay. In this moment, it's as if I've regained youth I thought I'd lost. Regained the feeling that I can do anything, and the feeling that anything can happen. I'm able to hold on to the ephemeral feeling, but for a moment, before the light fades away and the world of darkness seeps back in. Filtering the low voices of the crowd, from somewhere 2 voices drift to my ears. I look around and see in the distance a woman bowing deeply in apology to an older man. It's fine, I don't want to hear your excuses anyway. This is the kind of thing I should expect when hiring a single mother. Your codes come before your work, after all. Well, it's not like that. This isn't an everyday occurrence, sir. And besides, that email didn't need to be sent off until later tonight. I can still make it. No, that's fine. I'll have Matthew do it instead. This isn't the first time I've trusted a woman to get something done and she failed. Wow! I don't have a D20 command. At least if you want to add a D20 command, you can. She didn't even have kids as an excuse, so at least you're a little better. Are you talking about Soo-hyun? Well, she's young. Exactly, young and lazy. After all the risks we take hiring minority groups like women and young people, you'd think you'd all work a little harder. You can't get anywhere with this kind of attitude. I can't listen to the conversation anymore. I feel ill and weak in the knees. Here too? Even in Olympia City, there's crap like this going on? Even though it's the most technologically advanced city in the world, there's still these kind of backwards ideas. I stare blankly at the stream next to me, a cloud of darkness making everything glittered with beauty only moments ago seemed mockingly dull. Right, Pi? It's so stupid, but like... Korea. And the racism. Gotta go with the racism too. I don't even hear my name being called at first until I feel a hand on my arm. Ooh! I snap my head up to see Zero of all people standing in front of me. I stare at him in shock. Let's go with, why are you here? Why are you here? Because you're taking too long. Huh? I was sent to get you. You're supposed to be coming to FaZe? Zero starts walking off, seeming a bit irritated. Wait up a second, it'll be faster if I follow you. Zero sighs and stops reluctantly, waiting for me to catch up. I start walking together with Zero. After a few quiet moments, I glance at him. I'm sorry I'm so late. Do you know any shortcuts? Maybe. Just one, though. One is enough. Can you run fast? What? Because if you can't, you won't be able to keep up with the other guys you're about to meet, much less me. Before I can respond, Zero runs off at a ridiculous speed. What a little shit. Determined to catch up, I dash off through the Sunset City after him. I catch up to Zero in a train station. My footsteps echo through the large, almost empty area. What a little shit. I can see Zero standing in the middle, waiting for me. I almost feel compelled to jog up to him, but seeing him just standing there makes me feel a little rebellious. I slow down my pace the tiniest bit. He made me run after him through the city so he can wait a bit. Sassy main character. Once I finally get close enough, Zero turns away from observing me to face the man behind the counter. He shows the man something that looks like a clearance card. She's with me, new operative. The man glances at the clearance card as his eyes briefly light up with a colorful pattern. It's gone as quickly as it appeared, too quick for me to catch anything other than a flash of orange in his eyes. The man spares me a quick glance before he nods and waves us through. As I follow Zero, who isn't running off at high speeds this time, I take the time to observe our surroundings. The place looks old, yet well kept. What a little shit. That's great. Whoever's keeping the interior design like this must really like the vintage look. Though I still don't get why we're in an old-fashioned train station. I had hoped we would be flying there in a car, since I've never been on a flying one before. But, oh well, maybe some other time? Zero starts moving toward one of the trains that's just arrived, and I follow him in. Zero sits down on one side, and I sit on the other across from him. He merely stares at me, slowly making me feel more and more awkward. I can't take it anymore, so I turn around the vintage-style train. Everything is vintage! It's so empty. Are we really the only ones on the train? When I turn back, Zero is still just staring at me with no discernible expression. I decide that this might be a good time to ask a question. Why are we taking a train like this? Does this head straight to phase? Or why are you staring? You fucking weirdo. I don't really care if it heads straight to phase. I don't really care about why we're taking a train like this, so I guess we're gonna go with why are you staring? Why are you staring? Zero looks away. Sorry. No, it's okay. I was just wondering. Zero shrugs and falls silent. I sigh. First awkward conversation. First milestone complete, I guess. Other than a few curious stolen glances here and there, we spend the rest of the train ride completely silent. Awkward sauce. In around 15 minutes' time, we arrive at the next station. Ooh. And we head into Phase HQ itself. The moment I get a look inside, I stop in my tracks. The beautiful atrium has a light feeling to it, with so much open space and windows letting in the natural light. It's filled with people, operatives and researchers, all in white walking about. Some are in groups, some are on their own. Although it's busy, the area itself is too big to feel crowded. I space out, taking in all the details of this wonderfully spacious place. I step back and look up at the ceiling at the sky above. Wow. Good evening. I look back down to see a woman standing there. Hey Stukov, here's your woman. Ooh, she's edgy. I am Dr. Kyria Park. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. Although, you are quite late. Oh, yes, I'm terribly sorry for that. Dr. Park gives a brief nod of acknowledgement, as if she'd already forgotten it. Then she turns to Zero. You're holding out for others? Well, I mean, you've looked at the wiki already, so you know who the others are. Then she turns to Zero. Thank you for going to retrieve Operative 7, Zero. Hey! I like the number 7. I hope you remember the name of the game, because I'm interested in it. I like this art style. Operative 7. What a weird... Oh, wait, that's me. They're referring to me. Zero smiles back at the doctor. You're free to go now, Zero. Zero places his right hand over his heart and bows his head slightly before running off further into the building. I watch him go, but he zooms off so fast that he's gone out of my sight before I know it. Please come with me. I'll take you to your room. She motions for me to follow. Gotcha. As we walk through the large space side by side, Dr. Park holds a tablet up. She begins to go through my stats one by one. These are most impressive, especially considering you've joined us without going through any of our training and advancement initiatives. I look around the atrium and at all the people around us. Is it okay to talk about all that here? Everyone here are operatives within the secret branch of FaZe. Therefore, an operative's basic stats are public information. I frown. Feels a bit odd to be reduced down to stats like a game, or maybe just a literal statistic. It seems I forgot to introduce myself properly. I am the lead researcher here at FaZe. I have many responsibilities, so at times you may not see me often. One of the things I am in charge of is ensuring that all of our operatives are always healthy and at their best. I apologize for forgetting. I'm always delighted when someone so talented joins us, especially at Phantom's Alpha's level. Thank you, that's very high praise, especially from someone in your position. But I feel a lump in my throat. Am I really good enough? I don't know if I'm really what you think I am. I'm not sure that this whole thing isn't a mistake. She stops in front of me, making me stop with her. She practically shoves her tablet in my face. With her stylus, she points to my skill level ranking. It says I have a rating of S-class. This software analyzes the potential ability of a candidate based on provided data. And it's rarely ever wrong. Cool? Okay. She then relaxes and smiles at me. I made the software myself after all, but it could be updated with new data later on. I'm sure that any new data will only prove the software's ranking to be correct, or who knows? Maybe even better. The doctor's eyes seem to glitter at the thought before we begin walking again. Where is it that FaZe got the data from, anyway? The data was collected by our operatives who came in contact with you. So that time. Of course. But still, I wasn't with them very long. FaZe is a part of the government in Olympia. And naturally, we have an extensive data network for the defense of the city. The drifters were close to the city, after all. You know I'm a drifter? Wait, no, I guess it makes sense that you would, considering everything else. What do you mean? I'm used to people from cities treating me like crap if they figure that out. It's supposed to be dystopian. I see. There are many operatives from all over, Europe, Asia, Africa, every inhabited continent. I myself am from America, and besides that, I judge on merit. I don't care where someone is from. I find myself smiling at the good doctor's words. Although she seems a bit stiff, knowing this makes me feel better about her. That's how things should be, so it's nice to hear someone in here share that opinion. Ooh, is it? That's exciting. We enter a hallway and Dr. Park stops in front of one of the doors. This is where you will be staying from now on. If you have any questions, you should use the FaZe wall interface in that room. It's equipped with high security clearance information about FaZe. If you can't find something there, I encourage you to contact your new teammates. I find that higher mission success rates have a direct correlation with high synchronization rates. Now, please excuse me, Seven. It was nice to meet you, but I have much work to do. I will be contacting you tomorrow. On behalf of everyone here, welcome to Phantasm. With that, Dr. Park finally leaves. I giddily stare at the door of my new room. It's finally time to see where I'll be sleeping from now on. I take a deep breath to steady myself and go in. Oh, it's so pink. The bedroom, my bedroom, looks so different from any place that I've ever stayed at before. Although, considering most places I've stayed at were dirty, abandoned, or a literal hole in the ground. I'm lisping so hard. This is definitely beyond compare. That's when exhaustion hits me out of nowhere like a ton of bricks. I drag myself towards the bed and flop down on top of it, too tired to do much else. I can't believe I'm finally here. The trip was long and exhausting. And damn Zero for making me run after him. So tired. I think we're all on the struggle bus when we're just like reading for the entire stream. Still, I wonder, is this really the right choice? I feel anxious, but excited too. Not sure which one's winning just yet, so I'll wait and see on that one. I wonder what my teammates will be like. My thoughts feel heavier and heavier, and I can no longer fight to keep my eyes open. Yeah, Stugov, streaming is tough. In my last moments of consciousness, I wonder what life will be like at FaZe. It's time to explore FaZe. The next few scenes take place over the course of Seven's first week at FaZe. What area would you like to visit? What area do I want to visit, guys? I don't want to stay in my room forever because I'm not that much of an introvert, and my character doesn't seem like they are either. I'm inclined to say the lounge in the evening. Cafeteria, always the cafeteria. I mean, I could go for some not foraged food. Yeah, I'll go with the cafeteria. Ooh! Looks like I still have time before dinner. Is this me? Is this who I am? Looks like I still have time before dinner. But I'm exhausted from all of Dr. Park's testing earlier today. I think I'll take a nap first. I change into my sleeping clothes and throw myself into the bed, lying on my stomach. All it takes is my head hitting the soft pillow before I'm out. I groggily open my eyes, not knowing what day or month it is. Much less where I am. That's 7, aka me. Oh man, I'm so edgy. I slowly push myself up and rub my eyes, trying to remember. Right, this is FaZe. And I took a nap. A nap? I turn and look out the window and see the nighttime sky greet me back. I grab my phone and look at the time. 9:37 p.m. Ah! Crap! I overshot dinner by just a little for sure. If a little was 3 hours. Not to mention I ruined my sleep schedule after only a few days here. Good job, me. Well, I'm wide awake now. I look out at the full moon, shining in the sky as I try to decide what to do. Hey everyone, go check out Raptor's channel. I look out at the full moon shining in the sky as I try to decide what to do. I shrug. Guess I'll go eat anyway. Getting dressed, I grab my... is it RO or ARO? Glasses and leave my room. Turning on the overlay on my ARO, I select my destination and head off down the hallway. In the cafeteria now, I order my dinner from a touchscreen, then sit at a table to wait for it. There's a few others here, and I hazard a guess that people eat here 24/7 anyway. I scan the other people here curiously, but most wear the white uniform of FaZe researchers. Oh, that makes sense. Here and there, some very distinct people stand out with a strong aura, and I bet that they might be other operatives. Other operatives? That feels so weird to think. The operatives look so intense and capable that I wonder for the millionth time if I have a right to be here. That's when I notice someone who looks distinct, but has a different feeling from the others. Someone in white. Zero. Something about him feels naturally more innocent than the others, because he's the Machne. Thinking back, he felt different from all of the Phantom Alpha team that I met so far. I find myself curious about why that is, and tilt my head. Maybe I should go over and talk to him? Would that be weird? I'm contemplating this when he gets up. He takes his tray to the trash can, empties it, and leaves the cafeteria. Damn, should have moved faster. Order number 106. I sigh and stand up to get my food. Maybe next time? Or... Dr. Park said I should get to know all my teammates. Maybe I can find him after dinner. With that thought, I walk over to retrieve my food and finally eat. After dinner, I'm back to wandering the corridors again. This time, my destination is set on Zero's location, which is only marked as a relaxation area. It is, but I kind of like it. I like that it fades kind of randomly. That's weird that they can just find each other all the time. I'm not sure why I'm able to see it, but I noticed it blinking nearby when I brought up my map. It looks like he's outside. Wonder why he'd be outside at night. Maybe he can't sleep? As I ponder these things, I move through the seemingly endless corridors. Although I'd been trying to ignore it for some time, my heart yearns to see something other than these white walls. No, you're a phase operative now. Gotta think like a city dweller. You're the one who chose to stop drifting, after all. My heart doesn't seem to care, though, and it continues to argue with my mind until I reach my destination. I'm surprised when I open the glass doors to what appears to be a rooftop area with gardens. It's so pretty. Or several, in fact. The light from inside shines through the glass, giving off a gentle glow in the darkness of night. I easily spot Zero's white jacket against the dark backdrop in the distance. He's sitting on one of the benches with his hands in his pockets, his posture relaxed. I feel uneasy when I suddenly wonder if it's okay to just go talk to him like this. I mean, maybe he wanted to be alone. Remembering Dr. Park's words, though, gives me strength. Taking my glasses off, I shake my head and begin striding toward him. He glances at me immediately, his large, dark eyes shining in the faint light. Hi. Mind if I sit here? Zero shakes his head and scoots over on the bench, and I sit down. I wait for him to start speaking, to question why I'm there, but he doesn't. The seconds stretch on into minutes before I realize that my plan to chat with him has turned into an awkward silence. Frantic at my social failure, I try to think of something good to say that isn't, "Tell me your whole life story." So, it's a real nice night for an evening. It's a real nice night for an evening. Oh god, did I really just say that? At least it's supposed to be awkward, it's not just a mistranslation. I feel heat rush to my face at the terrible social skills. But Zero just looks at me and actually gives me a small laugh. Yeah. At seeing his bright smile, I relax. Fair enough. Good, so he has a sense of humor at least. If this had been 4, it might have gone really badly. Dr. Park told me I should try to get to know you guys. The team, I mean. I saw you in the cafeteria earlier, so I thought I'd come say hi. Zero nods along, and then scratches his head. Are you getting used to things? Do you have any questions? I did notice that. It made me happy. When did you come here? One question pops up in my mind. When did you come here, Zero? I was a little kid. 7 years old. Wow, that must have been hard. Yeah. Although I've only been a part of Phantom Alpha for 3 weeks. 3 weeks?! Jesus! Hola, Rain, ¿cómo estás? It's definitely a smoothie from Culver's. They released a limited edition mango lemon smoothie thing, and it's like delicious. Although I've only been a part of Phantom Alpha for 3 weeks. Oh, so you're new like me? Zero nods and I smile, feeling a little better. I guess we could be the rookies on the team then. I know you've been at FaZe longer, but let's help each other out? I hold out a hand to Zero, and he looks surprised before taking it. We shake hands briefly and Zero smiles. I was feeling kinda lonely, so I'm glad you came. Oh, you mean to talk? Zero slowly shakes his head. Yes and no. I was sitting out here to collect my thoughts. Roll to fall in love! Hey! 13's pretty good. I was sitting out here to collect my thoughts. But I meant to the team. I'm the youngest and newest member, and everyone is so experienced. Called it! Macne. So it's been hard sometimes. Ah, I feel you there. I've been wondering the whole time if they've got the right person for the job. I mean, your hair is clearly the right person for the job. I saw your skills. You're good, don't worry. I smile and lean back, looking at the sky. I can't help but feel relief from the validation. From hearing it from someone who actually saw me in action. Thanks. After that, we fell silent for the rest of our time together. I think that both of us feel better just having someone who understands. It's time to explore FaZe. The next few scenes take place over the course of Seven's first week of FaZe. What area would you like to visit? Okay. So I'm probably gonna have to go ahead and experience all of the routes, because we did the cafeteria first. Definitely want to do the lounge in the evening next. Another day. Another load of paperwork and educational classes about FaZe to get through. At least I'm finished now, I think. I trudge through the endless corridors for what seems like the millionth time this week. It's Friday, but time in FaZe doesn't seem to exist. Still though, I'm determined to relax and take some time off. They said I'll start mission training on Monday, so maybe I can go out and explore Olympia this weekend? The thought alone perks me up and I stand a little straighter and pull my slumped shoulders back. Yeah, I should cheer up. I can start relaxing by getting a drink from the lounge. With that in mind, I set my destination and head off. When I enter the lounge, I'm greeted by a beautiful view of the evening sky outside. Holy cow, that's an amazing lounge. Government funding, am I right? It immediately improves my mood. Coming here was definitely the right decision after a tough week. I start to head toward the bar, but then I notice a familiar face sitting at a table. But he's not the only one there. A man in all white sits across from him, and I recognize his uniform as one of the rarely seen administrative staff here. Nine's eyes meet mine briefly. That's what your living room looks like? But your living room is very pretty. And I immediately turn away toward the bar. Cold. I walk over to it and seat myself. Don't want to be caught staring like a weirdo. I have to fight the urge to look back as the bartender comes to take my order. I guess they're having a meeting? Or maybe they're just drinking, I can't tell. I order my drink and fall silent, wondering exactly what Nine's role is within the organization. Well, I read in his profile that he's the leader, so I guess he deals with the higher-ups here, too. I wouldn't be in Phantom Alpha if it weren't for Nine vouching for me, but I haven't seen him since that day. I decide that I have to thank him for what he did for me. For the chances given me despite being a drifter. Maybe I'll go talk to him before I leave. Hey, how are you? I almost jump out of my skin at the gentle voice next to me. I turn to see Nine sliding onto a bar stool next to me. I manage to stammer out a response. I'm fine. Good, really? Jeez, you scared me. Sorry. I'm not very good at stealth, but sometimes I still manage to surprise people. Well, that's alright. I was just thinking of going to talk to you. Really? I nod. Of course. We saw each other when I came in, and you're my leader now. I should greet you, right? I mean, that's okay? Nine chuckles. Yeah, that's okay. I just thought you might be intimidated or something. Do I want to be intimidated, guys? I could see both ways. Especially because she was like, oh, I should thank him for giving me the opportunity to be here. That kind of seems like it'd be like, why would I be intimidated by you? Hang tight while I shove like half a chicken tender in my face. Weigh in on if I should be intimidated or not. I ate the other half earlier. You're intimidated by his lipstick? You're not intimidated by his bright green eyes? No, that's fine. It's not a pimp outfit, he's the leader. I'm gonna go with why would I be? Why would I be intimidated? You've been nothing but kind to me. That's a relief to hear. Are people afraid of you usually? Could be you if I got those contacts. It could be me. Are people afraid of you usually? Nine tilts his head, seeming to think about his answer. Maybe it's not that they're afraid, but rather that they misunderstand me. Oh, I see. Isn't that the reason behind most human conflicts, though? Misunderstanding? Yes. I think about some of the arguments and fights that I've seen in my lifetime. When you cut away all the fluff, yeah. It is kind of pimp adjacent. Yeah, I guess you're right. That's what's left. Misunderstanding. I guess being a leader might be tough, especially if he's always in contact with both phase officials and his teammates. They may not always understand why he does what he does. I look at Nine and smile. Then, let's always make the effort to try and understand each other. 9 looks momentarily surprised before smiling back. I'd like that. Bartender hands me my drink then. 9 orders one for himself and then turns back to me. So how are you doing in Phase? Are you getting used to life here? I shrug. I think so. It's not easy, but... 9 nods to himself. It's the corridors, right? The... corridors? I mean, it's gotta be the classes too, and everything else. But since you were a drifter, you probably miss all that freedom. I think about the cold, white, endless corridors all through Phase. Or, you know, the light blue and gray ones. Yeah, I guess it is. I mean, you're right. It's everything that makes it hard. It's also different from what I'm used to. But I think when I'm traveling through the building is what feels the strangest. All of them look the same, so it almost doesn't feel like you're going anywhere. And there's no windows, so it doesn't feel like time is passing. Did you see the cherry blossom trees when you came into the city? Huh? I'm confused at the sudden topic change, wondering if I'd misheard something, but I decide to roll with it. Cherry blossoms. Yeah, I saw them. They were beautiful. Yeah, that's how you know you're really here. Like, really here in Olympia. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I'd never seen them before, but I'd always heard about them. Yeah, they're beautiful. But did you know that they bloom year-round? I narrow my eyes. What do you mean? That's impossible. They're cherry blossoms. I know, but these are special. They were genetically engineered to be able to bloom at any time, especially since they're in the protected area of Olympia. Oh, that's pretty cool then. 9 nods. I thought so too. But as I've stayed here, I've started to think differently. What do you mean? 9 looks so serious when I ask this, that I nearly lean back at the intensity in his eyes. Aren't cherry blossoms so loved because of their transient nature? We only have them once a year normally, so it's special. Well, yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right? So when you take that away, you take away a lot of their beauty. Of the way they bloom so brightly before fading away. And you also take away that natural passage of time. You're taking away something humans have experienced for thousands of years. The change of seasons, right. I suddenly remember back to what we were discussing before the cherry blossom tangent. So are you talking about the phase corridors? Exactly. Not feeling the passage of time isn't normal. It throws you off, makes everything feel artificial. I get a deep sense of homesickness from that alone. It's natural to yearn for nature and things like the change of seasons when it's what you're used to. Yeah, you're right. It's impressive what man managed to do, but that doesn't necessarily mean it feels right. Exactly. At that moment, the bartender puts Nine's drink in front of him. He pauses to take a sip. Sorry, I didn't mean to ramble like that. No, it's quite alright. Made me think. Thank you. For sharing your thoughts, I mean. Nine nods and smiles again before taking another sip of his drink. Changing the topic, we talk a little more about my phase education and about the team before Nine has to leave. But when he does, I'm left with a feeling I haven't had since I stepped into phase. A strange sense of peace. Still time to explore phase. At least I get to explore all of the routes instead of just one of them with this. Back to the lounge, guys! So we had 0, and we have 9, which means we get to meet 4 again. After some short introductions with the staff today, and a really nice dinner in the cafeteria, I was pointed toward the lounge by someone. Whatever I was expecting when I heard the word lounge, it was certainly not this. Everything in Phase is so luxurious. It's gonna take some time to get used to it. I can't remember a single moment in my life before when I was anywhere this nice. I walked toward the bar and carefully take in my surroundings. From the flooring to the interior decoration, and even the view through the windows. Everything about this place feels supremely high class. No, wandering the wastelands definitely didn't offer any opportunities for this kind of luxury. I stopped next to the bar and looked down at the menu screen. As I start to scroll through it, one thing becomes very clear. All of these drinks sound so unfamiliar, and there's no prices either. Ugh. Does that mean it's free? Or that no one around here cares about the price of something? Annoying. I sigh and plop myself down on a bar stool. After poking around on the menu, I order a drink, something I'm vaguely sure I know. With nothing else to do but wait, I swivel around on the stool and observe the people in the lounge. It's far from empty here, but there's one particular corner that seems to be left alone completely. That looks like such a good spot, though. Here's your order, operative. A voice suddenly speaks, so suddenly, in fact, that I nearly jump off the bar stool. 99 Luftballon. I spin around to face the bartender with a sheepish smile. Please, pretend like you didn't see that. The bartender only smiles back at me as she places my order in front of me. She gives me a little nod and walks away, leaving me all by myself. I look down at my drink. Huh, so I guess it's free? Either that or they're gonna take it out of my wages. I could try to call the bartender back and ask, but I feel like that's something I could find out later. Although it's not immediately apparent, I can feel people throwing me curious glances as they talk. I can't hear what they're saying, but I can guess. I imagine it's not every day that someone new joins Phase as an operative instead of as a trainee. Even if their curiosity is understandable, that doesn't mean that I have any desire to be stared at like that. At least they're not all pointing and laughing at me, yelling, "Get out, you dirty drifter!" All I want is a quiet moment with my drink in some dark corner without all their eyes on me. I grab my drink and head for the quiet corner that everyone else seems to avoid. The gossipers all quiet down and stare at me before quickly turning away for good. I feel like they've committed like some sort of cardinal sin. Huh? Oh, now they stop. Whatever. I set my drink on the table and sit down, only to sit on something not quite right. Something warm and hard. Huh? I jump up to my feet in an instant. I whirl around to look at whatever it is I sat down on. 4? The name slips out of my lips before I can think to stop myself. I feel many eyes on me again. There's a sudden tension in the air, something that clearly isn't missed by the observers. The sleepy 4 slowly cracks his eyes open and blinks several times, before finally directing his gaze at me. Eesh, what's she yelling my name for? I gulp. The way he handled himself with those people on our first meeting is not something I could forget. You didn't feel me sit on him? I'm sorry, I was just surprised to see you here. I lose my train of thought as I stare down at him just laying there. Warm and hard. Why are you sleeping out here? 4 takes a slow, deep breath and pushes himself up into a sitting position. He tousles his hair a bit and looks up at me with sleepy eyes. Aww. I was tired. This was closer. I guess that explains why everyone was avoiding this corner. He stares at me without uttering a word. Should I just grab my drink and go somewhere else? He blinks slowly, as if chasing away the post-nap haze. You. I inhale sharply. Oh no, he's gonna say something about me sitting on him. I should apologize. I'm 7 now, right? Oh, so you already know. You moved your way up fast. We'll see how you do. Don't think you didn't realize that you sat on me earlier, though. Of course. I'm sorry, I just didn't see you there. Examine your surroundings properly the next time. If you're that inattentive, you might miss something crucial in a mission and get yourself or someone else killed. I don't know what to say to that. His words remind me of what he said to Zero back then in the abandoned church. Four slowly stands up and starts to walk off, only to stop right next to me. He looks down at me with a strange look in his eyes, something that I can't quite place. Welcome to Fanta Alpha 7. He nods to himself and walks away without another word, leaving me to stare at his retreating back. I'm not entirely sure what to make of him, but was he trying to look out for me? I plop myself down in Four's abandoned spot and grab my drink. Whatever I thought before, it seems that me accepting FaZe's offer will definitely prove to be interesting. I'm nervous about meeting the rest of the team, but for now I sit back and relax. Enjoying my drink with the name that I can't recall. So, nowhere. I want to stay in my room forever. I drag myself down the empty hallway. Bed, 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 bed. The one word plays on loop in my head as I trudge along toward my room. The whole day was spent filling out forms, talking to higher-ups, doing tests, filling out more forms. Getting briefed on everything related to the Fanta Alpha team. Don't forget to get up and stretch, guys. Then, being shown around the FaZe facilities, at least where my clearance level would allow. Of course, that means I had to go and fill out the necessary forms to get said clearance in the first place. If I have to so much as look at another form again. I come to a halt and rest my head against my bedroom door for a moment. It feels so cool and soothing against my heated skin. My eyes feel so heavy. I feel myself slipping away into a dream. I gasp and push myself away from the door. Ugh, I must be more tired than I realized if I'm falling asleep right on the door. I run my hand over the lock and it beeps gently a few times. The door opens with a soft click and I push it open and make my way inside. The moment I step into my room, I'm met with something that makes all of the tiredness dissipate. I stand frozen in confusion as I stare down at a man casually lounging on my bed. Creepy! This is my room, right? I know I'm not quite used to the layout of the place yet, but... Ooh, who are you? You're fancy looking. The silver-haired man looks up and our eyes meet. Oh, damn. Yeah, we should have. Huh? I see a brief flash of surprise in his dark eyes before he tucks it all away. No, looking at it, this is definitely my room. Why are you in my bed? Who are you? I shouldn't be saying my real name anymore, right? I'm 7. All I am supposed to be now is 7, member of the Phantom Alpha team. Who are you, and what are you doing in my room? How did you even get in? I was told that the lock would only respond to my touch. The silver-haired man grins and gracefully pushes himself up into a sitting position. There isn't any place I can't get into. I'm way too tired for this. I glare at the strange intruder. That doesn't answer any of my questions. He laughs in response. I answered one of them, didn't I? The cheeky grin on his face seems to only widen with that. Hey, Job. How are you doing today? Not a whole lot new. We're trying out a new game. It's called To the Edge of the Sky. You're gonna do graphic elements and art for my channel? Okay. That seems kind of body, but... bastard man. Yeah, he does kind of seem like a bastard man. Okay. I answered one of them, didn't I? The cheeky grin on his face seems to only widen with that. But before I can say anything else, he quickly jumps up to his feet and comes to stand in front of me. He looks down at me, that smile still plastered onto his face. I'm 6. 6? So he's another teammate of mine then. I remember reading that my teammates are 9, 0, 4, 6, 5, 8, and 3. 9, 0, 4, 6. By the way, I'm 7. Oh god, that just means that my character's name is Bradley now. Welcome to the team, 7. He gives a much gentler smile this time. Oh, thank you. Wait, that still doesn't explain what you're doing in my room. Burbly. 6 laughs and points his index fingers at me as if they were guns. You got me there. Did he just... He did. Because 7 has cold, dead eyes? I just got back from a mission and needed somewhere quiet to rest for a bit. I see. Do you often break in other people's rooms to rest? Getting into place is just part of my job. You're not gonna answer me, are you? Nope. You still haven't told me how you got in. 6 taps his nose with a grin. That's a professional secret, dear 7. I feel a deep urge to sigh. Do you not have a room of your own? I do, of course. Then it's easier to rest when you can't be found. Oh, right. I guess that makes sense. Does it really? Or am I just so tired that it does? I can't tell at all. Professionally? Well, that's all good, but can you find some other place to rest from now on? Somewhere that isn't my room? 6 nods and makes his way to the door. He opens the door, but stops mid-step and looks back at me with a gentle smile. Really is nice to meet you, 7. I look forward to seeing what you can do. He turns around to leave, then stops and turns around once more. Oh, and sorry about that. Up until last week, this room didn't belong to anyone. And with that, 6 finally leaves my room. The door automatically locks behind him with a soft click and a beep. I fall face first into my bed. The bed sheets. Why do they smell different? It's a nice scent, but the image of a smiling 6 flashes in my mind. No! Oh, they smell like him. Perhaps I should have a bigger reaction to someone being in my room like that, but it is a teammate, and honestly, I'm just too tired to react. Loki, no. So far, I've met 4 out of 7 of my team members, and none of the said meetings have been anything one might call normal. I wonder when I'll get to meet everyone else. Will any of it be normal? I roll over on my back and stare up at the ceiling. Then again, what exactly is normal, especially in this sort of life? I sigh. Nothing will ever be any sort of normal ever again. My eyes drift over to the view beyond the windows. But maybe I can see him again. Maybe I can find him in the city somewhere. Yeah, rolled fall in love. He seems cheeky. Get that D20. Got an 11. Okay, that's a slightly higher than average chance of falling in love. Despite how it all ended between us, I miss you. Oh, no, I was waiting for you to roll. No, not 2 1s. I close my tired eyes and allow myself to finally drift off into a deep sleep. Who is main character Sean thinking of? Sunlight hits my eyes and I wake up with a start. Shit, I have to... I rub my eyes and take in my surroundings. Oh, that's right. I'm in Olympia. I'm in phase. I don't have to hide from the sun in fear of frying. I breathe a sigh of relief and fall back down into the bed. I grope around on the bedside table for a bit and grab the phase-issued phone. As the screen comes alive, I see an email notification from the lead researcher. Operative 7, you and another operative are required to submit yourselves for the team compatibility testing. He isn't too bad, just no boundaries, right? The TCT is designed to ensure that you are efficiently incorporated into the Phantom Alpha team. Who you choose is not important, as you will have to test with all the members eventually. I will send you the map layout of phase to your ARO. You will meet in the training area. The meeting starts at 10 a.m. Regards, Dr. Kyria Park. I glance at the time. 9:27 turns to 9:28 a.m. I don't know phase well enough yet to not get lost. The map will definitely help, but I need to familiarize myself with this place. I should get going if I don't want to be late. The doctor said to pick someone from the team to join me in this test. Ugh, calling someone up is... How should I even call them? I don't have any of their personal numbers yet. I haven't even met them all, so it might be weird to request someone I've yet to meet to come do this with me suddenly. I decided to just call up someone I did meet then. I scoot up to the wall display and hit directory on the screen. Do I want 9, 4, 6, or 0? I don't really want 4, because I feel like it's just gonna razz me. 9 would be fine, 0 would be fine. I feel like I don't know 6 well enough yet to be, like, compatible with him. What do you guys think? Zero? Of course you stand 0. Stugov stands 9. Rain, do you want to be the tiebreaker? You missed 9. 9 is the... You stand no one. I have no stands. Zero, okay. Matinee boy, here we go. The name 0 immediately draws my eye. I tap on his face and the display goes into call mode. The phone rings endlessly for the next 60 seconds. Do they have voicemails here? They must. I've just about given up when I hear a voice. Ooh! Hello? Morning, 0. Morning. I'm calling to see if you'd be willing to come down to do a team compatibility test. It's at 10 this morning. 10? Okay. Okay, that's it? Thanks. See you then. Bye. I end the call and sigh. Well, that was straightforward. But step 1 complete. Partner acquired. Operation 7 on the move. Operative 7 on the move. I snort at my own thoughts. Okay, yeah, I'm never saying that out loud. 0 is hero, that's true. I head out in the hallway and turn on my overlay map, loading the data that I received from Dr. Park. I wonder, what will this test be like? Seeing Phantom Alpha in action firsthand, I thought that they were so cool back then. But now it makes me more nervous than anything else. My skills aren't bad in comparison, but I slow down in my pace and look around. Where am I? My eyes dart around on the map, trying to make sense of where I might be. Great, I'm lost. Pretty sure I made a wrong turn somewhere. But where? No matter where I look on the map, I can't see my own indicator. Is the map glitching? Is it missing some areas, maybe? I think I've heard of some maps having hidden areas, but this is just ridiculous. I sigh. I do not have time to be lost right now. Guess I need to try and backtrack to start over. I'm gonna be so late again. Dr. Park is gonna think I'm the most irresponsible operative ever. I turn around to try and come back from the way I come from, but find myself face to face with the towering Zero. Ah! Zero, what the hell? Did I scare you? Obviously. Why are you here? Because you were obviously lost. Alright, fair enough. But how did you know? And how did you know where to find me? Because I was looking where you were. Because I was looking at where you were on the map. How? The map app seems so janky. Anyone in phase can track their own team. You never know when you're gonna get separated. It's not really creepy because it does perform a necessary function. I wouldn't call it useful because apparently the map is janky. So I'm gonna go with I don't know how to feel about this. Seems kind of creepy, but it also sounds like it might be pretty practical. Especially if someone is in a situation where they can't communicate. So I don't know how to feel about this exactly. Undecided for now, I guess? Aw, he's stalking you. How sweet. That's not the normal reaction to stalking. Without anything to say, I just nod. We gotta go now, though. We're gonna be late. He starts to walk away toward what I assume is the direction of the lab. Not wanting to be left behind again, I dash after him. Yo, stalking is just a way to show love. Gosh. We quietly walk side by side for a while, up a few floors, and through a maze of corridors. After a bit, the silence of the halls combined with the silence of the man I'm walking with starts to get to me. I glance at Zero. So, how have you been? Huh? Oh, fine. Seeing as he isn't planning to continue, I keep talking. I've been working hard at getting used to it here. I still miss nature. Me too. Zero's eyes dart from me towards somewhere down the hall. I turn to see what he's staring at. Hi, Dr. Park. Good morning, Zero. Zero and I meet her in the middle of the hallway. It's good to see you. Were you going to get our missing new operative? Yes, she got lost. I'm so sorry. We're hardly late anyway. Thank you for your help, Zero. Good job. Zero makes a slight bowing motion, then Dr. Park turns away. Follow me. That's when a flash of black dashes from around the corner. I stop dead in my tracks. Ugh! A strange man stops in front of us. Is that another He pulls out what it looks like a stun gun and aims it right at Dr. Park. What the hell? I'm gonna protect the doctor. I move forward and grab Dr. Park by the arm, pulling her back as I move to stand in front of her. But even as I do, Zero gets between us and the attacker. What the hell is going on here? An alarm blares through the hallway, and a voice between the loud screeches announces all too calmly, the test has begun. The Blue Wings have infiltrated. Kairos is in the building. Kairos. They talked about him in my training videos. How did they get inside? The intruder aims a stun gun over my shoulder at Dr. Park. How did you get in here? The intruder smirks. My only orders were to take Operation 7 alive. You, on the other hand, I didn't get any specific orders for. But I know High Priestess would be happy to analyze the only member of a new class. You'd have to be able to capture me first. In that moment, the world seems to slow down. Little late there, alarm system. That's correct. In that moment, the world seems to slow down. The Blue Wings charges up his weapon, and in a split second, Zero begins to move as the man pulls the trigger. Guys, what's gonna happen? Zero leans out of the way of the incoming charge like it's nothing. It sails harmlessly past him, eventually hitting the wall somewhere behind us. You want to be tricky? This would be much easier if you didn't fight. This would go much easier if you don't fight. Dun dun dun. It would. For you. Zero rushes forward without warning. He swings for the intruder, who just barely moves back to avoid Zero's clenched hand connecting with his jaw. He jumps back, hopping several times to get as far away from Zero as possible. The intruder throws something at our feet. As it starts to beep, instinctively we jump out of the way. It beeps several times, and lights flash frantically on the little device. But nothing happens. I snap my head back toward the intruder, ready to fight. But he's already gone, already halfway down the hallway. I watch his running for him with only one thought in mind. If I run after him now, I could probably still catch him. Do I want to chase him, or do I want to stay put? I'm inclined to say I want to chase him. Just because I want to be like, the fuck, dude, why are you here? Why do you want to take me alive? Chase. Who else wants to chase after the creepy man? You support chasing creepy men. What happened to Zero? Last I know about Zero, the guy shot a stun gun at him, and it sailed effortlessly over his shoulder. Well, that's 2 for chasing, so I'm gonna go with chasing. Chasing is cool. Do you want to chase the creepy man, Tara? Can you say barbecue sauce? With no time left to hesitate, I bolt after the guy. I hear my partner's footsteps behind me as I run, but I focus entirely on the intruder. He makes a sharp turn down one of the other hallways, and I follow. But as I turn, I'm forced to come to a screeching halt. Oh! They're edgy too. 2 other blue wings block off my path. What's up with their, like, eyebrows all being... Ugh, seriously? All I can do is watch the guy run away. He glances back for a moment, and I swear I could see him laugh before he makes another turn and disappears entirely. At least they have masks. Wearing masks are important. Ugh, I hate that bastard already. I stare at my 2 opponents. Looks like I have no choice. Zero skids to an immediate halt next to me. If we take them out quick, we may be able to catch up with that guy. At least they wear their masks. COVID's real, even in cyberpunk future. Pi, I'm pretty sure the only reason that Sukes beat you is because he has fiber. Glancing at each other, we nod. Zero rushes forward first, running straight at the woman closest to us. I'm forced to tear my eyes away from Zero when I hear footsteps coming toward me. I sidestep the woman coming at me and stick my leg out to trip her. She jumps over my leg and slides on the floor. I stop her mid-slide by grabbing her shirt. Guided by my Augs, I give her a precision strike to the face, knocking her out. By the time I look over at Zero, his opponent is already unconscious on the ground. Not a bad team, huh? We do quick work. Good job, 7. The comms have come alive suddenly, and I hear a familiar voice in my ear. Don't... Plot hole, don't worry about it. Maybe it's super loose in the back. No talk, only chase. Suddenly I hear a familiar voice in my ear. 07. I'm sure you've noticed by now, but most of the building has been infiltrated by Kairos. Hearing 9's soothing voice feels like a relief. Yes, we definitely noticed, but how did they get in? The roof. It seems like they arrived by airship. Airship? How did no one at Phase notice something like that? Or shoot it down for that matter? 9 sighs. I don't have enough information to say. 0 and I glance at each other. Oh, and 4 got shot. Is Hyung... Translation moment. Hyung is a honorific used for more senior members of a group or for, like, your older brother. Nobody noticed the approaching airship. So he's obviously, like, still a little bit fond of 4 because he's calling him Hyung, but... Sub-Zero vibes from 9. Zero wasn't quite able to finish his question. He'll be fine. Dr. Park has him now. I'm relieved. But what can we do to help? 9 pauses for a moment. Head for the roof, and a horrible screeching sound rings in my ear, and I almost rip out my earpiece to stop it. And although it ends quickly, my ears still ring for a while. I rub my ear trying to ease some of the pain. I turn to 0. They've taken down the network. Guess we should go then. He nods, quickly marking the nav point for the roof. He runs off first, leaving me to follow after him. On the way to the roof, more Phantom Alpha members caught up. We ended up having to fight our way up, but working together we had no trouble getting through the enemies. I make it up to the roof first, and something immediately catches my eye. The enormous airship parked there. I've never seen one in real life before, but I'm forced to pull my eyes away to focus on a more urgent matter. Whoa, look at these. Look at that hair. My god. Someone from Phase seems to already be here, fighting off a few of the blue wings. Why is 0 the most apathetic? He's the Macne. He has 0 emotion. Hey, good point. Ooh, wow, you are edgy. The guy from before is here too, though he seems to have lost his hood somewhere. Oh! Why is he hot? Why was he hiding under a hood if he's hot? At least Phase can dress. That's true. Why are you dressed like this? Finally caught up with you, you bastard. Stripping mid-chase, classy. I mean, maybe he got overheated. One woman tries to go right for the Phase operative, but he kicks the charging infiltrator in the stomach, knocking her down. Another one moves behind him, and before I can call out for him to watch out, the blue wing gets him into a chokehold. The Phase operative struggles against the tight grip around his throat, scratching and clawing at the arm that holds him tight. The world slows down, and everything seems almost peaceful for a moment as I look on the scene. The blue wing that has the operative in the chokehold doesn't see me. Not yet. She's left herself entirely open for an attack from behind. If I move fast enough, I could take her out before she knows what hit her. Being unseen gives me the perfect opportunity to plan my attack, though I know that I have to make it quick. 1 second too long and I could be discovered. Oh, shoot. I rush forward, taking care to not make any sound. I'm pretty sure that it's, like, time-based. What the hell? Because, like, there was that loading bar. What is this? Why is there a time-based element to this? I rush forward, taking care to not make any sound. Though, with the struggle they're in, they may not have heard me anyway. I make a running jump at her, elbowing her right in the temple. The intruder barely has time to react, letting out some strange mix between a yell and a groan. Her grip on the operative loosens as she falls to the ground like a lifeless doll. I look up just in time to see another one of the intruders rushing at me, only to be intercepted by Zero. He trips the woman, grabbing her by the arm as she falls forward. Without hesitation, he slams her face first into the ground with extra force. Jesus Christ, that's violent. I can't see her face, but the sickening crunch as her face hits the ground lets me know more than enough. He's just breaking noses everywhere. He's all about breaking them noses. That's how you shove bone shards. I will allow this. Zero has 0 chill. Maybe it's a chill level meter. 9 has all the chill. 0 has 0 chill. Thanks for adding that. Lets me know more than enough. A definite reminder that even the cute Zero is a highly skilled operative. Oh, he's so cute. Noise MB. I hear an agonized yell and turn around, only to see another of the blue wings fall to the ground. My eyes meet Six's. He winks at me before ducking out of the way of another blue wings, trying to knock him down. Of course he does. Curious as I am to what the hell he did to that enemy, this is not the time for questions of any kind. I suddenly feel something cold at my throat. Strong arms wrap around my shoulders as my back is slammed against a hard chest. Oh no. Don't move. A rough, low voice whispers in my ear. Though I can't see his face, the voice is familiar, as is the amused tone of the speaker. It's that annoying guy from before. I think of a number of ways I could try to throw him off. But with a knife so close to my throat, I don't want to risk it. 6. Nope. Just as they finish off the last of the enemies around us, everyone turns to see me being held hostage. Oh, 9's there too. I don't see the other operative, though. Play nice, or 7 here will be dealing with having a new hole to breathe through. My breath catches in my throat, and I hope that none of them decide to be heroes. But the threat seems to be effective enough to make them stay in place. You must be the dog of Kairos. Oh, so you've finally come out from the shadows. You should have introduced yourself sooner. The man chuckles, his hot breath tickling my ear. Alright then, a proper introduction it is. Phantom Alpha, I'm Icarus. Servant of the dragon, and proud hound of Kairos. The pleasure is truly all mine. Icarus? Nice to finally meet you, Icarus. 9 casually glances around. Is Artemis here with you? 9's voice sounds calm, almost cheery as he speaks to Icarus. Suddenly, I hear a strange, unpleasant sound, and Icarus's hold on me loosens. The knife in Icarus's hand falls to the ground with a clatter, and I move away from him immediately. I whirl around to see the operative from before holding what looks like a broken tablet in his hands. Icarus now is down on his knees, rubbing his head where the operative hit him. The others move in to surround him as I stare down at his defenseless form. Am I gonna knock him out or leave him be? I don't know, he did hold a knife to my throat. I'm inclined to knock this fucker out. I'm gonna knock this fucker out. Knock him out. I shift my stance, and with a quick jab at his throat, I knock him out. Icarus unceremoniously falls to the ground before me. Try getting invited next time, I mutter to his unconscious form. That was a snappy comeback. With Icarus now down and out, the unnamed operative draws attention to himself with a deep sigh. He turns the broken tablet over in his hand with a mournful look on his face. And I just got it today. Is having nice things really too much to ask for? He sighs and tosses the broken thing to the side, eliciting a groan from wherever as it landed. That's what he's worried about? So this is where you were, 3. 3? Oh, so he's on my team. The Oracle. Yeah, you weren't even invited. Yeah, get out of here. You weren't even invited. You can't sit with us. Oh, so he's on my team. The Oracle. I examine him carefully. Well, his visuals certainly suit his classification. Nani? Why were you here by yourself? Just a little while ago, I was in my room doing some analysis. I was going over some security data that I've been working on since last week. I saw something strange, a pattern that kept repeating every day. I figured out that Kairos was planning to take down our systems and attack from the skies. Unfortunately, I figured it out too late, only moments before the attack. I couldn't reach anyone, but I knew they'd be coming. I rushed to the roof to confirm the data, but I found myself in more trouble than I would have liked. Hyung, no offense, but you've really got to think more. Coming from you, I take full offense. He's right, though. You know you're not a combatant. 3 touches his neck slightly. I know. I've been punished enough already. Get off my back. 3's eyes finally move to me. So, you're 7, our 8th member. 7 is 8. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. He knows who I am already? Well, I guess it makes sense considering his job. Unexpectedly, he leans forward and takes my hand, slowly bringing it up to his lips. Creepin'! But before he can actually kiss my hand, 0 sighs next to me. Young, please. Confused over what's happening or how to react, I do the only thing that comes to mind. I pull my hand away from his to a chorus of sighs. Is this how he always greets people? Creepin'. Given everyone's reactions, I can't help but wonder that. You don't all have to be like that. Is it really so hard to appreciate? It's just my thing. It's who I am as a person. M'lady. So, as someone who has had someone who tries to kiss the hands of every woman who works in their workplace, it's super creepy. Don't do it. Tips Fedora. Is that what that pastel hair is all about? 9 sighs again. The last time he tried to do that was to Dr. Park, and it didn't go well. What the fuck? I raised my eyebrow at that. I can't help but feel like that, you know, I mean, I don't anymore. I used to. He wasn't a coworker. It was, a customer of ours. And my boss totally called him out on it the first time. I was like, hey, you said that you respect people's personal space, but you definitely just grabbed my hand and tried to kiss it. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. And you're just like, okay, well, that was your one free pass. I've lost my shit on too many neckbeards to tolerate even the slightest of my lady vibes. Right? Yeah. It's okay, he's not a customer anymore, so it's fine. I raise my eyebrow at that. I can't help but feel like there's a terrible idea from even the little I know of her. I can't help but feel like that's a terrible idea from even the little I know of her. I wince at the very sudden and very loud static in my ear. Operatives be warned, the Kairos infiltration seems to be larger than expected. All over. Once had a customer point at my shirt like, you got something there, and then freaking booped my nose? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why do people think that that's okay? What the hell? I hate people. My stomach almost turned inside out. Yeah. That's... ugh. Gross. I lost all customer service polish. Fair enough. That is an invasion of personal space. And technically battery. Right? I would definitely at least pull back. I'd be like, the fuck? All over? The message cuts off with only that, and we all look at each other. 9 is the one to speak. He doesn't say anything as he looks over toward the Kairos airship. 9's the only one to speak, but he doesn't say anything. So this is a large-scale rebellion. Yes, I believe that Kairos is attacking more places than just here right now. It's impossible to put out fires everywhere. What do you mean by rebellion? What does Kairos want, anyway? What they want is 9 size. Nothing less than the destruction of Phantasm. What? Why? I'm not entirely certain. It'd be good if I could talk to them and understand better. Oh, he just wants to be a diplomat, guys. 9 exhales slowly, deeply, and looks back at us. Let's check out the airship. We'll bring the fight to Kairos. Stepping inside the airship, we quickly find that it's completely empty. Passageway. I've never been in one before, so I have to keep my mouth from falling open in wonder. I also have to resist the urge to go off exploring like a tourist. I'm gonna try and save for the first time. He's about to diplo some mats, alright, right? Yeah, I'll allow that. You can get a better look later, Everin. We move through the hallways quickly and quietly. At one point, 3 glances at me. Hey, back there, when that woman was choking me. Thanks for helping me out. Right? It's a really good soundtrack. Of course, isn't that what teammates are supposed to do? True, but you reacted so fast even though we hadn't met. I'm grateful. She had that knife. I was afraid of what would happen if I didn't. Oh shit, what happened? What did I just click? What the fuck did I just click, guys? I'm so confused. I hit something and I don't know what happened. Anyways, we're back to where we were. She had that knife. I was afraid of what would happen if I didn't. Being an operative can be pretty scary, huh? That's true, but thanks to you, nothing happened. So why worry about it? I guess that's one way to look at things. 3 and I end our little conversation with me being faintly surprised at his happy-go-lucky nature. We continue to move through the large airship toward the front of where the controls should be. Wherever we look, though, the place is just empty. As we reach the cockpit, we hear voices and cautiously approach. What we find upon entering is completely unexpected. Whoa, they're all so fancy! Okay, so the middle one looks familiar. I've seen the middle one before. I'm really confused by the pink fishnet. And yellow Hippie person. Okay. 2 phase operatives are in there with who I assume is the pilot. I don't know which one is the pilot. They stand on either side of her seat. Must be the front one. That hair. I remember seeing their dossiers. I stand middle. I know it's not gonna fly, but whatever. Hippie cowboy. Hippie cowboy. Hippie cowboy. This must be 5 and 8. Oh! They're other operatives. Power Rangers vibes, right? I don't know much about the 2 or what they can do, so I follow the rest of the team's lead. I want to know what his belt says. It's like Patho or something like that. We silently wait by the entrance, out of the pilot's line of sight. Please, just take us there? You must think I'm an idiot. No, you're my friend now. We would never think that about you. We just want to spend some time with you. Is that so bad? 8 leans down closer to her. His eyes glow faintly. It'll be fun. Fun. The pilot's voice grows soft and faint. 8's voice becomes gentle to match hers. Yes, so, as friends, we just want to know more about you, see what kind of place you live in. This time I can see the faint glow of 5's eyes. But it's more than that. His skin itself begins to grow paler. Is that a side effect of his ox? I want to see Kairos. Can you show us? Show you. We heard it's beautiful there. It's full of plants and water, right? Ours only has them in gardens. Yes, it's beautiful. I really want to see. Showing beautiful things to beautiful people. That sounds nice, doesn't it? Whatever is happening, the pilot is now nodding along happily to everything that they say. Okay, I'll take you with me. Yeah, he's definitely hypnotizing her. I can even show you my favorite place in the base. Thank you, you're the best. 8 finally diverts his attention to us. You can come out now. The pilot looks confused for a moment, but 8 smiles at her as we show ourselves. Don't worry, these are our friends. And our friends are your friends too. You're safe with us. The pilot nods and settles into her seat. 5 immediately moves to stand in front of me. Hi, 7. He sticks his hand out. I'm 5. I've been really excited to meet you. A bit taken aback by this energetic man, I start to shake his hand. Instead, he gives mine a squeeze with both hands before letting it drop. 8 steps closer too, standing next to 5. Hi, I'm 8, and me too. It's a pleasure. Staring at these 2 men, I start to feel bad for the pilot, having been under their persuasive onslaught. Their charisma is so powerful, I can almost feel it. Me too. I'm happy to really meet you as well. Me too. I'm really happy to meet you as well. I mean, excited? Nice to meet you. I hope we can work well together. I'm certain we will. Let's work hard. 8 turns to the men with me that I had almost forgotten about. I'm glad to see you guys. We were able to get the intel that Kairos is empty right now. This pilot is willing to take us there if you want to go. Willing, huh? Amusement dances in 6's eyes when he asks. Now she is. 5 turns to the pilot. They're our friends, so they're coming too. Well, okay. The more the merrier, right? Exactly! 8's eyes flit over the group as if looking for someone. Communications have been down, so we couldn't talk to anyone. Where's 4? He got shot during an encounter with Icarus. The 2 operatives remained silent at the news. Don't worry, guys. He'll be fine. Doctor... The medical team will make sure he's back up before we know it. 6 sighs. Anyway, I don't want to miss the opportunity to infiltrate Kairos, but I can't feel comfortable with leaving Phase like this. I think 5 and 8 were right to set this up. We need to take this opportunity to eliminate the enemy for good and stop this rebellion at its core. I want to go too, but we can't just leave FaZe when we're being attacked. Throughout the conversation, I find myself watching 9. He seems to be carefully listening to everyone's opinion and weighing the options in his mind. Hey, 9. 9's attention snaps to me. What do you think we should do? We can split up. Have half the team go back and help the other operatives back at FaZe, and... Suddenly, a voice comes down over our comms, loud and clear. You can all go. Phantom Beta is in control of the situation. Ooh, 10. There's a 10, guys! Everyone looked shocked at the voice. The comms were iffy at best before they went down completely. Status report, 10? Phantom Beta is pushing back the enemy, and we've restored communications, as you can hear for yourself. There's no need to waste time squabbling. We've got an opening to strike at Kairos. Take it and end this shit. You're certain? Do you really think that Phantom Alpha is so special that their presence would make or break a situation like this? 10! Or do you just think that all those trained operatives are useless? Or do you just think that all those trained operatives are useless if Alpha isn't there to hold their hand? Stop wasting time and go do your damn jobs. Just don't get your asses killed. 10 out. 0 and I share an astonished look at what's just happened. Whatever the rest of the team's real reactions are, they hide them well. 9 quickly recovers and puts on his sunglasses. You heard 10. Let's go. We'll trust in our comrades to take care of HQ. Nods and murmurs of agreement resound throughout the space. Let's do our best, everyone. Of course we will. 9 gestures to 5. Tell your friend we're ready. 5 walks to the pilot's chair and smiles down at her. Can we go to your house now? Yes, just finished the systems check. Ready to go. Prepare for takeoff. As I find the nearest seat, my mind wanders. The leader of Phantom Beta. There seem to be so many interesting people in FaZe. I hope I can hold my own against such a high caliber of professionals. The airship vibrates slightly. I feel the world shift beneath my feet as we set off for Kairos headquarters.